Here's what I love and hate about the Corvette ZR1. First of all, how can you not love this? One thing I don't like is it's not very practical, and I know who's buying a ZR1 for practicality, but Corvettes have always been known for being rather practical sports cars. When they went mid-engine, you have a front trunk and a rear trunk, but because the ZR1 has this pass-through hood for airflow and cooling, you no longer have a front trunk. We can still open it, but as you can see, we have a radiator and openings for airflow, so no more frunk. We still have a rear trunk, but it's actually kind of challenging to reach over this gigantic wing, and I'm 6'3". But the problem is you have an engine back here, so anything in this trunk gets really hot. I pretty much only use the front trunk in my Z06 because anything you put back here is going to melt. But in the ZR1, this is your only option, and don't worry, it'll still hold a set of golf clubs. The engine is something I love about the ZR1. A 5.5-liter twin-turbo flat-plane crank V8, the LT7. It makes 1,064 horsepower and 828 pound-feet of torque. It has the largest turbos ever fitted to a production engine. It is an absolute monster. It's still flat plane crank, so revs to 8,000 RPM, and it preserves a lot of the feeling of the LT6 from the Z06, but it has an extra 400 horsepower, so you feel like you're driving a Z06 with a rocket shoved up the rear. Something else I hate is the gas tank isn't big enough. Now, no one buying a ZR1 actually cares about the cost of gas or how many MPGs it gets. It's not very good. I'm averaging around 10 miles per gallon, but it's about convenience. Because the capacity isn't big enough, you fill up and you have around 200 miles of range. Now, if you had a bigger tank, you could just go further distances between fill-ups. Look at Porsche. They offer an extended range gas tank, which just makes life easier and more convenient. Something else I love is it just looks so aggressive. This one in Sebring orange paint with the full carbon aero. You get the front splitter, canards, the pass-through hood with the carbon lip, a full carbon roof. This intake on the side cools the brakes. This intake on the shoulder feeds the engine. You have the split window with the carbon spine and an absolutely enormous rear wing, and I love the end plates. This one has the new interior, which I'm really starting to love. No more Great Wall of Corvette buttons, but ergonomically and just using it, it's a lot friendlier. We've got a new infotainment screen. They redesigned the center cluster, and you have this little screen on the left which shows things like launch control, but also toggling through PTM modes is much easier. The steering wheel is essentially the same, but we have a wireless phone charger here, which is nice, the cup holders, and they redesigned the drive mode toggle so it's much easier to use. It might not be naturally aspirated anymore, but it still sounds insane. The last thing I hate is I don't have one in my garage because the ZR1 is absolutely epic. Now I just need to go find an extra $200,000. That shouldn't be too hard, right?